Um, I don't know if you guys can tell by looking at me, but I don't fucking camp. All right? I know they're like, whoa, the F-bomb right off the top. I only use that because I want to just stress how much I don't do it. I hate camping. I'm not gonna go with you. I do not go to the bathroom outside anymore. We've all been very drunk in Wasaga. Anyways, I don't camp. And one of the main reasons why I don't camp is I don't want to die. I feel that when you're out in the forest, there's a lot of animals that are bigger than you, and they can kill you. Even, like a bear or a wolf or, a very upset moose. Like, they can all kill you. So I don't like going out, but I do like looking at animals. This was quite a while ago, before we knew all the crappiness about marine land. I went to marine land because my boyfriend at the time wanted to go, and he wanted to help me get over my fear of water creatures, which is stupid. I'll have that till the day I die. It makes me who I am, and I like it. I know, you're like, yeah, you look Portuguese. I am. But, like, I will eat them, but I will not go near them, right? I'm not stupid. Now, at the time, though, I thought, like, the coolest thing was to get piercings. I had a lot of piercings. If you ever talk to me face to face, you can see I have a lot of holes in my face. But one of the coolest piercings I ever got was the day before we planned to go to Marine Land. I got I think it's called a tragus. Yes, a tragus piercing, which is that tiny little bloop thing on the inside of your ear, tragus piercing, and a conch piercing, which is right through your ear. Guys, it was so cool. It was like $2,000. Now, those were possibly the most painful piercings I've ever had. So the next day I was making sure that even though I was going to attempt to touch a whale, I made sure that my hands were clean so that I didn't touch it, because it was like really throbby and really hurting. Now, we got to Marine Land, and at first, I had to build up the courage to go and touch the whale. I get nervous even now thinking about it. I had to touch a whale, guys. So I decided, like, well, let's go on some of the rides. And I think there was like 2 that were at Marine Land. So I remember we went on a thing that brought us up and took us down. And then there was one roller coaster. I'm like, this is going to be the best. I love roller coasters. And if anything, if I don't end up touching the whale, I went on a cool roller coaster. We go on the roller coaster, and it's a lot of fun until at the end, it was very wobbly, and it did do a loop-de-loop, I think. And so I had those things, like the harness over my head, and as we were pulling into where the station was, the cart just goes like boom, boom, boom. So I start smashing my ears and my freshly pierced earrings. Like, I had to like get off and take like a good 45 minutes of just breathing because of how painful it was. It was already throbbing. So we walked around, we had some lunch, and then we went to the whale show. And I was like, there they are. They're horrifying. I can't believe that woman's swimming with them. She's not dead. They're literally called killer whales. Like, I'm not being ridiculous. So my boyfriend's like, you gotta get over this fear. So we go and we line up to like pet a killer whale. And it was like 30 minutes. And by the time we got up, I was there, the whale was there. I put my hand over and the whale just went, and I screamed and I ran. And I said, oh, it's never coming back. We should just leave now. He's like, no. Okay, maybe that whale was too big of a whale. And I was like, well, whale's a whale. He's like, well, why don't you touch one of the beluga whales? And I was like, no, they're still big. And they look extra mad because they've got those gross, they look like tumors, right? The other one is like, beluga's ugly. Anyways, it's so sad what's happening to them. But... we go up, and they're like, I remember this one because I had calmed down. And they're like, this is Isis. And she's very friendly. You should pet her. And I went over, and Isis went, and I ran away screaming again. I was like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. So then we started walking, and I didn't know that they had a bear pit. Yeah. Yeah. Right? But you're like super high from the bears. So I was like, okay, I didn't touch any of the whales. I'll feed the bear corn pops. Okay. Because that's what they give you to feed the bear is corn pops. And I remember like throwing the corn pops, and the bear was like, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. And the whole time I'm looking down like 15 feet, and I'm like, dear God, this thing is going to kill me if I fall. I don't know why I was thinking that. I was just getting so crazy about wild animals and just being too close to them. So then at last, my boyfriend is like, oh, there's a deer pit, and you can go and touch the deers. And I was like, I don't want to touch any animals. I've been telling you all day. I just wanted to have a lovely day out. My ear's hurting. Like, I don't want to touch. He's like, okay, well, I'm going to go touch a deer. And I'm like, well, have fun. Like, deers are assholes. Like, they're the assholes of the forest, right? What do deers do? They just get scared and fuck up your cars. That's all they do. Why you want to touch them? I don't know. So he goes in, and it's this really big, like gravelly kind of thing, and there's deers. There's a bunch of deers running around, and they come up to about my waist. But I realized like this is not where I want to be. I don't want to be petting deers or whales or feeding bears. I just want to go home at this point. So he's petting them along with a bunch of other people, and I walk away slowly, and I notice that my shoelace is untied. So I kneel down on one knee, and I start tying my laces. And I don't know why everything started to just slow down. And I just started to like feel the ground go. But it was getting faster and faster and faster. And I looked up, and then all of a sudden everything went white. Completely white. I couldn't breathe, and when I finally came to, I look up, and there's a bunch of people like standing above me being like, and I'm like, what happened? They're like, a deer just charged at you and headbutted you. I thought for some reason like, oh, I must be sweating, but then I touched my ear, and it was completely soaked in blood. That piece of shit deer knocked my conch piercing right out of my ear. The tragus was forever crooked. Did I deserve that? No, I did not. But I learned two very valuable lessons that day. And that's one, marine land is horrible. Like, and this is before they were like letting everything die. And two, deers are the piece of shits of the forest. They have no business doing anything and like to screw up everyone's day. Thank you.